Good morning, day 50. I'm at mile 2,313. This is the Cracker Barrel General Store and gas station where I got a resupply box last night, and I tented out back, somewhere back there, and it's very slow internet, both Wi-Fi and Verizon. So I've been trying to load up some videos. So I'm gonna stick at it for another hour or two or so. I also got to recharge my battery because I got approximately 100-mile leg to, I believe it's Snoqualmie. I hope that's the right one. In any case, I'll probably be here. It's 7:45. Unfortunately, I'll probably be here for another few hours, loading videos, charging batteries. It's one of the things that's a big challenge. Is when you get to a resupply point, the electricity supply is often very limited. And in particular, if you're vlogging, you really need to recharge your batteries. And even if you're just using your cell phone, you still need to recharge the batteries. It's a big challenge. I think there's an opportunity. I'd pay for electricity. I'd pay for better Wi-Fi if such existed. But no matter. So I'm going to be here for a while, and then I'll hit the trail. So yeah, probably less mileage today because of a late start.
Hi, my name is Jessie. I don't have a trail name yet. This is Brownie. We're from Portland, Oregon.
And she just walked up the road with a dog on her shoulder, so that's Iron Man competition material. Holy cow! Yikes! I am hiking absolutely as fast as I can because there are so many mosquitoes that even with moving my legs at a pace that is almost like running, they're still landing on me and biting my face and my ears. I'm pulling out carcasses one after another, bugs. It's atrocious. I do have a bug net, and I do have leggings. I have shorts on now, but I could put long pants on, but it just increases the sweat load. So my hope is to make it another 5 hours. That sounds like a long time. And tent, and then apply some, maybe start tomorrow with my my bug net and DEET on various parts of my body to ward off these evil mosquitoes. Notice how these trees, I believe they're Douglas firs, maintain their branches right down to the base. You know, when you're in an open area and you don't have this major tree density, maybe that's the natural behavior for those. It looks like a Christmas tree. Pretty neat. This is adjacent to my tent site. Pretty sweet water supply. Pretty cool. It should be nice and clear. I'm going to grab some water and head back to the tent site. Hey there, it's the end of day 50. I'm moving around because I am under absolute assault by mosquitoes. I'm in an absolute gorgeous tent site. There's my tent. It's nice soft grass. There is a river. And let me kind of pan over here. There's this beautiful meadow here as well. And on the other side of the river, there's a man tenting with his horses. And the hike in was pretty interesting. I came across a group of people with 4 llamas. They provide a charity service, if you will. I got food in my mouth. To Parkinson's disease victims. And they have the llamas carry the backpacking gear for the people who have afflicted with Parkinson's disease. Very nice. And they had set up a nice tent site. I also saw a lot of different kinds of scat on the trail. Some bear, always bear. And but what I think was elk. I'm told there's a lot of elk in the area. Have not physically, not personally seen any of them. But there was unusual hoof marks that are much bigger than an average deer. I'm told I should be able to hear them at night. I guess they bugle all night. It'll be interesting if that happens. Yeah, so that'll be an interesting thing. So I only covered about 12.5 miles today. I left at 1:15, 1:30-ish from the Cracker Barrel gas station general store. It took me, I'm sorry, these bugs. And you like my head net? I look like I'm a chef. It took me over a day to upload videos on a slow connection. So let's hope for a faster connection in the future. That's it for today. It was a good day, and I'm very blessed to be in a beautiful location. and just happens to be afflicted with 12 trillion biting insects. But other than that, it's good. Once I get into my beautiful tent, they're going to leave me alone, which is awesome. Take care. Good morning. It's the beginning of day 51. It rained for the first time last night. I don't know if you can see it, but I had a pond in the middle of my footprint that I laid down, and so I had like an inch of water underneath the tent. Some of it got in the tent. Things are a little messy this morning. It's buggy, but I've sprayed myself with D pretty well, so I'm not as afflicted as I was yesterday. But I had a lot of cleaning. There's a lot of muck all over my tent, all over my clothes. So I've been pretty lucky so far, to the extent that it hasn't rained in 50 plus days. So I guess I had this coming. But it's the beginning of a great day. Rested. I'm looking forward to getting some miles in. Talk to you soon. Dense smoke out here today. I can smell a little bit of smoke. It's not overpowering, but it's really quite thick. Can't be good for us. I can see snow-covered mountain ahead. If you can probably just barely see it on the video. Hey there. It's about 3 o'clock. I lost happy hour. He was going hitching into Packwood for a get-together with some folks. So I'm just hiking on my own again. And I hike for another 2 or 3 hours and look for some water source and a tent site. And I've got to get to a tent site to dry my things off because they're soaked from last night, unfortunately. Good evening. It's the end of day 51. I'm at mile 2329. Did, I think it was either 20 or 21 miles for the day. Not as much as I would have otherwise expected or liked. I'm just kind of showing you my tent site, which is perched at 6,200 feet on the side of a freaking cliff. I was nervous coming up here, but yeah, it goes straight down from there, so I'm just going to stop at that point. But in any case, yeah, I had some problems last night. It rained for the first time for me on the PCT, and I had picked a poor location that was kind of scooped out, and when I woke up, I had an inch of water underneath my tent. Imagine that, an inch of water. I could push the floor down. And I must have, I didn't put down the sides on my tent, these guys here, and so everything was damp inside. And in any case, I think I might actually have some pinholes in the floor as well, because I had puddles of water on the floor as well. Wasn't sure if it all came in from the side, but in any case, it was a bit of a mess. So I ended my hike at 20 or 21 miles, and when I found this spot here, the next spot was another 5 miles, and I still had some daylight. So I laid out all my stuff on the hillside over here, and just let it sit for probably 45 minutes drying. And then I put my sleeping bag and my jacket, my puffy, over the top of the tent to try and let that dry as well. So I'm in much better shape. Things are pretty much dry at this point. I'll have to be savvier about picking a site selection, since this place was gigantic last night, and I thought it looked kind of cool to pick a spot that was scooped out. I thought that'd be comfortable, but that's where the water sat. So I had a pretty good day. I hiked with Happy Hour today for a while. He then hitched into a town called Packwood for getting together with some friends, and I'm just continuing on by myself. 2329 is the miles that I'm at. So I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care.